talk to Tyler and make sure.
What was that?
The way we consume digital media in our world is constantly changing. The way we learn about it needs to change at that same pace. At Westminster College, we're putting you at the forefront of this interdisciplinary research by letting you experience firsthand some of these changes so you'll be better prepared to create it yourself when you leave our campus. In our labs, you'll experience cutting-edge technologies that will prepare you for a career in whichever sector of digital media that you're comfortable. You won't just hear about digital media, you'll experience it yourself.
Welcome to historic gymnasium in Fulton, Missouri here at Westminster College for a matchup and a SLIAC matchup between the Westminster College Blue Jays, who are in white tonight, who are playing host to the Principia Panthers, who are in navy. Mickey, what you got for keys to the game?
Yeah, it's going to be a great matchup. Top of the conference here tonight. A lot of fun, a lot of implications, especially for these playoffs coming up. The SLIAC tournament is going to be huge, and this game is going to be massive in determining seeding for that. Now, Westminster needs this game to stay in second place in the SLIAC standings. That would ultimately, if they were able to maintain that, guarantee them a first-round bye in that SLIAC tournament and really get them into that semifinal matchup where they could get towards that national tournament. So massive implications here tonight. A lot of fun between both men's and women's game.
Yeah, absolutely. And one name that we definitely got to watch out for, you're going to hear me say a lot, Annette Ramirez. Great, great player. What you got about her?
Yeah, Annette Ramirez is an elite scorer, elite offensive player, but an elite leader all around. She really has everything, is the entire package in a basketball player that you look for, is closing in on the school record in points. She's only in her junior year, probably on pace to break that pretty soon here. So Annette Ramirez certainly the X factor in this game. If she gets going, watch out.
Absolutely. Should be a good one. Can't wait to get it going.
Museums allow us to celebrate humanity's soaring achievements while also providing lessons on how to avoid the mistakes of our past. They can also amplify the voices of underrepresented groups while bringing economic uplift to communities. We invite you to explore this world while finding a rewarding career by becoming a museum studies major at Westminster College.
Watermelon. as we prepare for the national anthem here. Players lining up. The PA guy is talking, looking to get it going. And we'll be here for the starting lineups after the national anthem. Fairly nice crowd we got on tap here as we look for a big matchup here going on. We'll get the starting lineups to you first. For Principia, we have Alyssa White, number 1, freshman guard. Sophomore guard, number 4, Taylor Brown. Sophomore forward, number 12, Ariana Williams. Senior forward, number 13, Alana Henson, and sophomore forward, Trinity Matthews. For the Blue Jays, we have junior guard, number 3, Olivia Hickson. Junior guard, the aforementioned, number 11, Annette Ramirez. Senior guard, number 13, Chloe Akerson. Senior forward, number 31, Avelina Pauqualo. And junior forward, number 33, Kerrigan Lockhart. The Blue Jays are coached by Coach Celicia Washington, and they're going to look to get it going quick and fast. Should be a good one. I'm Noah Carter. I'll have your play-by-play. With me here is Mickey Doolittle.
It's going to be a fun one, Noah. Can't wait for this one. Everybody seemed to miss the memo on Hawaiian night, but we don't care. We look good and we feel good. Ready for some great basketball. Top of the SLIAC standings tonight.
Absolutely. I love our lease we got going on, and we got some fruit cups, and we're ready to get it going. Should be a fun one.
Anytime you run into a matchup like this, at the top of the standings, it's so intense. The basketball goes to just another level, and it feels ever more important. Every single possession feels like it has inflated value. So every single play, every single basket counts tonight a little bit more.
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing that I noticed right away when I'm looking, Westminster has a much deeper bench than Principia does. And so the way the Blue Jays play, this could represent a very tough matchup for the Panthers.
And Principia's roster is actually quite large, but they do have 11 players available tonight as it appears on their bench. All of them are dressed as 6 extra players, but the 5 on the floor are out. And the tip-off
looks
coming
like
momentarily.
Avelina Pauqualo and number 12, Williams. And Pauqualo wins the tip. Hickson gets it. She passes down to Akerson, who feeds it into Lockhart and turns it over. Williams with the steal.
Yeah, got to watch the turnovers tonight. That's something that Westminster needs to get a little bit better at.
Absolutely. while we're waiting here on this play, what kind of keys do you have for the Blue Jays?
Yeah, Westminster, like I just said, it's limit those turnovers, protect the basketball, and that's kind of where what hurt them in their last home game just last week.
And that's a steal now on the other end from Qualo as the errant pass was made by number 32, Trinity Matthews, and Hickson brings it up. Pass down to Lockhart. She looks dribble up top, now across to Ramirez, down to Akerson. Ramirez comes off a up screen, and now Qualo looks at post, gets a feed from Hickson, kicks it out to Lockhart, who fires a three. It's no good. Rebound to Williams, and it's going to go the other way.
Love the idea there, though. Qualo, a distributor in the post.
And now number 4, Brown drives and scores for Principia, and they have a 2-0 lead here early.
Yeah, big strong move from Brown, just using her strength, but now another turnover from Westminster, already their second of the game.
Yeah, it just looked like a little miscommunication there from Ramirez and Hickson as the ball is entered into Brown. She's going to pass it up. The Blue Jays with a little bit of token pressure. Now up the court is Williams. She drives left, kicks it out to number 13, Henson, who fires the air ball. Going the other way and pushing is Hickson. She looks to feed it in, and that'll be a kickball violation. It'll stay with the Blue Jays.
Yeah, good idea. She saw Lockhart freeing up in the paint there. She put it low so nobody else could get it, and at the very least, it's a kickball.
Very fortunate, though, for the Blue Jays that they didn't commit another turnover.
Right.
And now Ramirez has got it. She looks to score. She kicks it out to Hickson, who fires up a three. It's way off. Rebound to Brown. Brown looks to push.
Westminster shooting up some threes here to begin the game, trying to beat them from range.
Now the kick out to Henson. She passes it into White, who drives, shoots a floater and misses. Rebound to Ramirez. She's going to push. She passes up to Akerson on the right wing. She feeds, what a pass inside to Lockhart, and that'll be 2 points for the Blue Jays.
Chloe Akerson, wow, what a pass going right over the top, recognizing her teammate, streaking down the middle of the paint. Perfect pass.
And now the pass after getting across is to Brown. She looks to drive left. She's going to hand off to Henson. Henson across to Williams. Williams drives, kicks to Brown, and she travels with the basketball, and it's going to go the other way.
Yeah, another good defensive possession from Westminster. They've strung a couple together here early.
Hickson going to bring it up for the Blue Jays. She's going to pass down to the left wing to Akerson. Now up in the high post to Lockhart. Down to Ramirez. Up to Hickson, who feeds it in from the high post to Qualo, who misses the bunny. And it's going to go the other way.
Yeah, Qualo had space down low. She had position there for a while, but was unable to finish.
And now a drive after a nice pass from White and score by Trinity Matthews. 4-2 is the score here as time goes across 7 minutes in this game.
Yeah,
the first quarter.
Gotta make your layups if you're Westminster. Those
Almost
easy shots.
Another turnover there. Double in the post. And now Qualo looks to drive. And she gets fouled by number.
She stepped on the baseline, actually.
No, they called a foul before.
Oh, they did. Never mind.
So that'll be on number 13, Alana Henson.
Good eye.
And now Allie Bullock, Tristan Porter, who is back from injury, number 1, and Faith Coates all enter the game for the Blue Jays.
Yeah, and that's what Qualo does. She likes dribbling out of those double teams that so often come against her in the post and try to distribute. She's a really, really good passer down low.
And a pass in to Porter. She looks to drive left, and she double dribbles with the basketball. Very obvious move there, and it's going to go the other way.
Yeah, I believe that's the third turnover of the game now for Westminster. They just got to limit them.
Number 34, Paige Fowler, enters in for Principia. She is a senior forward. She looks to bring it up. Definitely doesn't have a left hand.
No need to do her like that.
I mean, when you bring it up and don't even touch the left side, and that'll be a charge on number 12, Ariana Williams. I didn't see who took that. Who took that one, Mickey?
Couldn't see. I saw the call at the end.
Glad I'm not alone.
Yeah, but Westminster, again, that was an issue against Blackburn in their previous home game, is those turnovers. Just unforced mistakes. A lot of them were unforced. Blackburn didn't have too many steals in that game, so just got to watch the feet.
Nice feed there from Tristan Porter into Faith Coates, who kicks it out to Porter. Porter puts it on the ground, and she's going to pass across to Annette Ramirez, who kicks it out to Allie Bullock, who drives. Now pass back to Ramirez, who drives baseline, up, and scores. Nice move from Annette Ramirez.
Annette Ramirez, we talked about it last week. She is not the fastest player in the world, but so explosive off the dribble.
Just an incredible first step. And now Brown's going to drive. Nice dish there inside to Fowler, who gets herself 2.
Now offense is starting to find their footing here midway through the first.
And this is a big key because the Blue Jays got to find a way to run and gun in this game.
Yep.
And now, just as we speak, Annette Ramirez fires a deep 3, and it's good.
Just when you're paranoid about that first step from Annette Ramirez, she's going to throw up a 3 and show off her range.
And now the ball is down to Carolina Rojas, who kicks it out to Taylor Brown, and the bank is open. That's only a 2, though, as her foot was on the line. And now Tristan Porter going to fire up the 3. It's no good. Rebound to number 13, Alana Henson. Going the other way is Brown. Now Rojas kicks it out to Henson. Drive by White. And that'll be a steal on the pass by Avelina Pauqualo. Good defense there. Now the pass up from Porter to Pauqualo, who is stripped, and it'll stay with the Blue Jays.
Yeah, great hands on the defensive end by Pauqualo. She did a great job of reaching around, using that length to poke that ball free.
And now Miley Peck is going to enter the game for her. And the number 24, Deja Carter, for Principia, enters the game. 6-foot senior out of Alton, Illinois. And Miley Peck misses the easy layup, and so it's going to go the other way. Good defense there from Annette Ramirez.
Yeah, watch the hands, though. That looked like a foul.
Maybe got by with one, and that'll be a charge. Good defense there to step over and take the charge from Allie Bullock, and that is a charge on number 3, Carolina Rojas.
Allie Bullock, she was phenomenal in that Blackburn game, and she comes back on the other end of this next home game and comes in and immediately makes an impact.
And that's exactly what you need out of her in a game like this, because this is a game where the Blue Jays definitely need their bench because they're looking to push, they're looking to run, and find a way to limit the damage that Principia offense can do as Annette Ramirez drives and shoots and scores. Beautiful shot from number 11.
3-level scorer. We saw the three-point shooting ability, we saw the attacking ability down low, and now the mid-range ability.
Now drive and kick out to Genesis Santiago, who newly entered the game. Now pass in to Matthews, who just re-entered, and there'll be a foul called. That is on number 21, excuse me, Miley Peck. And now Chloe Akerson re-enters the game for Faith Coates.
Yeah, already only the first foul against Westminster in the quarter. We've done a good job of limiting them so far.
And the Blue Jays got to find a way. You know, they lack a little bit of the size that Principia has, so they're going to have to push and, and get some points, just like Annette Ramirez has done on the last couple possessions. Number 4, Aaliyah Wilmsmeyer has entered the game. Now she passes across to Annette Ramirez, who turns it over on a pass to Miley Peck. That is number 32, Matthews, who takes it coast to coast and scores.
Yeah, can't have those turnovers turn into offense.
Yeah, just like you talked about, those turnovers are something that they've had some trouble with, and they have to limit. And there was just about
Ooh.
another one, as the pass to Wilmesmeyer was very errant. Now the pass down to Allie Bullock. Back to Miley Peck, who fires up a very long 2, and it's good. Miley Peck for 2.
That's probably not the most advisable shot selection ever, but hey, can't argue with results.
If it goes in, that's all that matters, right?
Yeah. As long as those lights up on the scoreboard change after your shot.
That's what a coach by the name of Bill Self has said many times.
Great job on the other end by Bullock to come down for weak side help.
Yeah, might have been a foul that she got by with. She reached a little bit, but
Might have came
gets
down a
credit
little
with
bit.
the block, though.
Nonetheless, good job of getting to the spot.
Harley Engelmeyer enters the game. She hasn't got a lot of valuable minutes this year, but with the size that this matchup represents, this is a good matchup for her to get in and get some playing time for the Blue Jays. And now the ball's going all over the place, and they're going to call a traveling violation before the shot clock violation.
Yeah, and just unaware of where the shot clock was there. Can't have that. Those are mistakes that, Westminster's made a couple of times in this game, and now Principia, it's starting to creep in for them as well.
And Coach Ramiro Dominguez is not very happy with that. He's in his 3rd season, and he's got these Principia Panthers playing well. And the feed in from Akerson to Engelmeyer, who gets the catch, kicks it out to Akerson. Now down in the corner to Olivia Hickson, who kicks out to a missed shot from Avelina Palqualo, and now it's kicked out and turned over by Annette Ramirez, and Williams going to look to push. Now she's going to pull it out. Pass up top to Henson. Across to number 31, Santiago, who fired the deep 3, and now we got a baseball pass, which is tipped, and it'll be Blue Jay basketball. Not really sure if that's the pass you want to see out of Annette Ramirez, but hey, they got it to the other end of the floor.
She's got to do it. She's got to lead her man 5 yards down the field to try and, get it over the defense.
It needs to be more of a football pass rather than a baseball pass for it to work.
That safety's always lurking.
And the ball's entered into Ramirez. She looks to get the ball screened from Kerrigan Lockhart, and now she's going to pass to Lockhart. She feeds in the post to Avelina Palqualo, who turns around and throws it into no man's land, and it'll be Principia Panthers basketball. And Coach Alicia Washington was not happy with that. She said, score the basketball.
I don't think Coach Dominguez was a player on that play because that's who the pass was intended to.
Tell you what, he's wearing a color that's kind of close to the white the Blue Jays are wearing, though. It's a nice suit he's got on.
No, I see the vision there. She had a cutter, just was a little bit behind and a little too late.
Yep. And the pass is now to Matthews, who passes up top to Rojas, who steps back, fires, and misses. Offensive rebound, though, from White, who fires up the layup and scores. That ball took every inch of the rim to go in.
And it looks like Olivia Hickson got hit in the mouth on that one.
And she is bleeding.
Yeah, she'll go over and get that checked out for a moment. And a 30-second timeout here.
And the Blue Jays have called a 30-second timeout to avoid her having to come out of the game due to injury. Smart timeout call by Coach Alicia Washington. Basketball, not very often with the way, especially women's basketball with the quarters rather than the halves. You don't use a lot of your timeouts almost every game. So
right.
Good timeout to use.
And you find a way to regroup. You go down 3, which isn't a huge deficit, but with how this game is going, it's been neck and neck throughout. You regroup before the end of the first. You have a 2-for-1 opportunity here if you get a quick bucket. Why not draw up a play to get that?
Yeah, and the Blue Jays have brought a pretty good student body, so they need to find a way to go on a run here at the end of this first quarter and to start the second quarter. Maybe get the crowd into it a little bit.
Maybe double dip.
Like to go 2-for-1 here somehow.
Doesn't look like they're going to try to, though.
And the ball's passed down to Akerson. She feeds into Lockhart, who kicks it out to nobody, but Akerson picks it up and feeds it back into Lockhart. She is held, so they're going to get a reset shot clock. So it'll be back to 20 with 29 left. Now at this point, you just got to wait it out a little bit.
Find the best possible shot here. You could even shoot early in the shot clock if you need it. Just try and get that good look.
Yeah, regardless, the shot clock's going to turn off after this possession here. As Coates now feeds into Palqualo. She kicks it out to Lockhart, who shot fakes, drives, kicks it out to Palqualo, who drives right, shoots, scores, misses the shot though. Rebound though to Lockhart. My mistake on the shot. It looked to be an easy bunny, but did not go in. So 8.3 left. The Blue Jays trail 14-11.
If there is a silver lining to that possession, you used most of the shot clock. Now you could get into a full court pressure to force Principia to jack up a shot at the last second.
Principia's looking to drive, pull up for two, and miss. Rebound to Akerson. Good shot there from Santiago, but doesn't get it to fall. So after one, the Blue Jays trail by a score of 14-13, and we'll be back in 30 seconds.
The way we consume digital media in our world is constantly changing. The way we learn about it needs to change at that same pace. At Westminster College, we're putting you at the forefront of this interdisciplinary research by letting you experience firsthand some of these changes so you'll be better prepared to create it yourself when you leave our campus. In our labs, you'll experience cutting-edge technologies that will prepare you for a career in whichever sector of digital media that you're comfortable. You won't just hear about digital media, you'll experience it yourself.
And we are back as the PA guy's getting the Blue Jays going. He's been out for a while, but he's back. Good to have him back. We love him in Blue Jay Nation. And Principia will have the ball coming out.
Yeah, that first half, Westminster could have been significantly worse, but they end up entering the second quarter only down 3. Got to limit those turnovers there. Unforced errors have been the name of the game so far.
And really from both sides, and that's why this score's so close, really. As the ball's kicked out to Williams, she passes across to Matthews, skips it to Brown. Brown looks to drive. She's going to post, shoots, and gets the and one. She's going to have a chance for a three-point play and extend this lead to 6.
Yeah, now 6 points for Brown. She stayed aggressive on that offensive end. Really, really nice start for her.
And she's really strong, finds a way to back people down. That's kind of her game, and she does it well. A little bit of a WNBA type of basketball game. You don't see that all that often in college. And now Hickson's going to look to push. Kicks it out to Akerson, fires the 3. It's no good. Rebound to Williams. She's going to look to push the other way. She skips it up to Matthews, who drives, shoots, and scores. The Blue Jays, just exactly what we did not want to see, are now trailing by 7.
And the threes just aren't falling for them yet, and there's another unforced mistake. Just
miscommunication.
Yeah. Now 1 of 3 from beyond the arc with a host of turnovers.
Allie Bullock and Chloe Wyatt are entering the game now for the Blue Jays. It's Wyatt's first time in. Ball's entered into Williams. She's going to bring it up and drive. She's going to kick it out. Almost stolen, but Matthews controls it. Now she skips it out to Williams, who drives left. Now she's going to pass it to number 34, Fowler, who kicks it out to White. She drives, shoots the floater, misses. Rebound to Bullock. Going the other way, pushing it is Hickson. She drives, kicks to Akerson. Now Akerson drives, shoots, misses. Rebound to White, who pushes the other way. And that'll be a charge. Good defense in transition there from Annette Ramirez.
Yeah, she was just waiting there, had herself set, knew exactly where to be. Really great job by Annette Ramirez, who continues to play extremely hard in this one.
And she's had her shot on the offensive end, but now the Blue Jays have really been having trouble finding her on offense. If they can find a way to get her back, she's got 7. She's on 3 of 3 of shooting, might I add. So if they can get her going in, that would be huge for the rest of this game. Pass across to Akerson. Up top to Bullock. Pass down to the corner to Hickson, who almost turns it over. Great effort there from Wyatt to recover. And now Hickson looks to drive. And now she does turn it over as Williams gets the steal.
Yeah, it's just a sloppy possession. Didn't even know where the shot clock was either.
And she is not taking care of the ball well so far. And that's bad when you have one of your 3 players that started every game this year.
Yeah.
You can't have her making turnovers like that.
But give credit to Principia right now. They are doing a great job of bothering this Blue Jay offense. A lot of ball pressure. Really not fooling for any backdoor cuts.
Yeah, and they're face guarding Ramirez, and that's really put the Blue Jays in a frenzy. And going to have to find a way to get her the ball and have her set some screens and get everybody else open.
Yeah.
First free throw is missed.
It's going to be more important here if Principia doesn't hit their free throws today.
Yeah, they're now, after that, make 1 of 3. So something to watch from here on out. As Faith Coates and Aaliyah Wilmesmeyer re-entered the game for the Blue Jays. Now Wilmesmeyer's got the ball. She passes down to Chloe Wyatt. Wyatt skips and throws it to the coach. So that's going to go the other way. Coach Dominguez, he's found himself the ball a couple times tonight.
He's gotten some action tonight. But
the Blue Jays are scoreless so far here in this 2.5 minutes of play here in the second quarter. And Santiago's bringing it up. She passed across to Williams. Across to Santiago. Kicks it out to Matthews. Matthews to Williams. Williams fires up the long 2, and it's good. 21-11 now as they broke open a 10-point lead on this run here. That is a 7-0 run here to start this second quarter. Now we've got a foul on Williams.
Ooh.
That's her second. That's something to note here. As she's been even though she hasn't scored much.
Is that on Williams or Brown?
That has been, oh, excuse me, they did call it on Brown, so not on Williams. That's something to note here, as fouls could be an issue. Now Faith Coates looks to drive. She kicks the newly entered Tristan Porter, who drives and kicks out to Wilmesmeyer, who fires the 3, and it's good.
Wilmesmeyer looks locked in right now.
She's the player that started some games but kind of settled into this role coming off the bench here as of late.
Oh, there's a walk. Wow, clear walk.
Traveling violation there by number 32, Matthews. And that's exactly what the Blue Jays need. Now, stop in a bucket. Stop in a bucket. That's what you got to see.
Stop in a bucket, squared, cubed, whatever you want. As many times as you can over and over again.
Coates brings it across the timeline and now passes across to Wilmesmeyer. Passes it down to Wyatt. Wyatt to Porter. Porter down to Faith Coates, who fires up the 3 herself. It's no good. Rebound to Brown. And she is fouled by Bullock.
Yeah, just looked like the slightest moment of hesitation there from Faith Coates before taking that corner 3. She was open, but just a little bit off.
Wide open, but almost You know, sometimes there's this thing called two open, and I think that's what happened there. As Pauqualo re-enters the game, hopefully she can find the net. She had a lot of good shots early, but wasn't really finding the net much, so it'll be interesting to see what she does here. Drive by Fowler there after the post feed, and she is fouled by, it looks like, Pauqualo. Ball's driven after the inbound pass by Brown. Now into Fowler, who shoots the two, no good. Rebound is batted around, and it will go to the Blue Jays, out on Fowler, so it'll be Blue Jays basketball.
It's a great job by Westminster. Have their hands in the passing lanes, able to bother that one enough to get it tipped around, bit of a 50-50 call.
Coates brings it across the timeline and enters it into Wilmesmeyer. Feed into the post to Pauqualo. Skip pass to Coates. Extra pass to Tristan Porter, who fires the three. It's no good. Rebound to Williams.
Yeah, but there's the distribution ability of Pauqualo from the post. Really nice job.
Yeah, that's a great extra pass, too, by Faith Coates. Good shot. That's what you want. Just happened to not go down. Now, a little bit of too much aggression on defense there by the Blue Jays, as an overplay leads to a wide open shot, which was missed and out of bounds. So it'll be Panthers basketball.
No more shot clock issues tonight.
Yeah, we got a little bit of a different shot clock guy tonight, and that's big because I don't think it ever switched to 20 out of 2 games last night, or the last home game. So good to see that that's fixed. Pass down to Henson is stolen by Wyatt, and the Blue Jays are going to look to push in the hands of Faith Coates. She feeds into Pauqualo. It's tipped there by Matthews, but Coates recovers, and she's got it on the W. Pass across Porter. And Pauqualo is trucked. So that'll be a foul on Brown.
Yeah, just Brown had no idea that the screen was coming. Someone's got to call it out for her. She's got to know that that screen's coming. She's not looking in that direction. She's trying to stay with her man, but.
Yeah, too bad it's not Division I, because they might have went to the monitor for that one to make sure it wasn't a flagrant one. Pass across to Wyatt. Now down to Annette Ramirez. Pass across to Coates. Wyatt looks to be discombobulated. Now she catches it in the post. Shoots and is stuffed by Matthews. So that'll be a shot clock violation. Just very lackadaisical possession there from her. And now Miley Peck is going to enter for her.
Blue Jays just seem just a little bit off right now. It's still only down 7, which is good, but
they just don't, I guess lethargic is the word that I'm looking for. They don't seem like they just have that punch that they usually have.
They're more than capable of it, though.
Yeah, it's important to see them get going. You got to get going. You're down 7 here, 4 minutes to go in the half. This is a game the Blue Jays want to get in the 60s. Last time it stayed in the 50s, and Principia came out on top 55-33. So they want to get it up, get the score rolling so the Blue Jays can get back on top. That'll be a jump ball. Good defense there from Pauqualo, and that'll be the Blue Jays basketball.
Yeah, Pauqualo doing work tonight. I feel like she's been the best player for Westminster so far.
And now Hickson's going to bring it up across the timeline. Pass across, almost stolen. Read like a book from Matthews. But a nice drive and kick from Pauqualo, and the 3 is good from Chloe Akerson, and the Blue Jays are back in it.
She's such a good passer for a forward and showing it off again right there.
Yeah, and she's got so much. You talk about, and now the rebound on the other end, but we talk about Annette Ramirez's explosion. She's got a lot of explosion with the basketball as well. And Ramirez has got the ball. She passes across to Hickson. Now into the high post to Peck, who feeds in the low post to But a horrible pass there with 3 people surrounding Palqualo, so it's going to go the other way, turnover on Peck. Now drive in and kick from Santiago. Missed shot by Matthews, but a foul is called on Miley Peck, and she's complaining about it, but I felt like that was clear as day.
That was pretty obviously a push-off, but you don't feel like it on the floor. You feel like you were fairly boxing out.
And they'll be in the bonus now, so it'll be 2 free throws here from Santiago, who is holding her neck a little bit. It looks to be like she's hurting something. She kind of hit the deck on that foul.
Yeah. Either way, Blue Jays just got to play disciplined basketball for the final 3 minutes of this first half. Try and not send Principia back to the line.
Yeah, and I mean, one thing about it, I guess if they are sending them to the line, I mean, they're now, 2 of 6, I believe, from the free throw line. So
they've struggled.
Yeah, that's 4 points left on the board already by Principia, I believe. It's kind of kept the Blue Jays in it. And now a foul on Matthews. And that's just the 4th foul. So it'll be out of bounds. The Blue Jays will have it. Chloe Akerson to take it out. Re-entering the game is Henson for Principia. Ball's entered into Peck. Pass down to Hickson, who feeds it in to the other team, but it's batted out of bounds, so it'll stay with the Blue Jays.
Lucky there. Akerson just able to get a hand on it and deflect it.
She's just passing it with no knowledge of where the pass is going, I feel like. And the ball's entered into Peck. Ramirez has got it now. She's looking for a ball screen from Peck. She's going to drive left. Shoots and gets fouled. She's going to have 2 free throws.
Wow.
That's a veteran play there from Ramirez.
Yeah, and when you have a player like Annette Ramirez, you can get bailed out of a lot of situations where your offense is just a little bit stagnant. She can go, drive, and try and get to the free throw line or even give you a bucket.
Yeah, and she's looking to make these 2. She's a good free throw shooter on the year and in her career.
Averaging over 20 points a game this year.
And she makes the first. Kind of willed that one in.
Last year's SLIAC Player of the Year.
And she makes them bold, swishes that one. So it's now just a 3-point game. The Blue Jays went on a little run of their own.
A little zone here.
I believe it's an 8-3 run by the Blue Jays, if I'm not mistaken. This 2-3 gets broken down, and it results in an easy layup as nobody was on the backside to prevent the pass to Henson.
Yeah, got to call out the cutter there, especially in a zone.
Now Hickson looks to drive. She kicks it out, and they call a traveling violation. A lot of contact, and I'm not sure she traveled.
Yeah, I don't know about that one, but nonetheless, another turnover here for Westminster. Only down 5 still.
Last I checked, that was legal in college basketball, but, what do I know? Well, I'm just an announcer. Ball's passed down to White. Up top to Santiago, who drives and kicks to Rojas. Now up, it's to White, who skips it across to Rojas. She looks to drive, spins. Kicks it out to White, who fires up the 2. Nice jump shot there from her.
Yeah, and White continues to play well for Principia as they...
A 4-0 run has now extended the lead back to 7.
Yeah, start to stretch it out just a little bit more.
Now Ramirez looks to drive. She kicks it to Palqualo, who passes it across to Akerson. Back to Palqualo, down to Peck, who fires up another long 2. That one's no good. Not a good shot at all, especially with that time in the shot clock, but it's going to go the other way. White's got it on the right wing. She passes down to the corner to Rojas. Rojas back to White. White into Santiago. Santiago down to Henson. Kicks to Santiago, who kicks it out to Rojas. Jump shot, and nobody checks out number 13, Henson, as she finds herself absolutely wide open. And now a timeout is called by Talisha Washington, and she definitely needed it. It'll be a 30-second timeout, and we'll be back in 30 seconds. They had 10. Well, we just haven't scored on them yet.
And we're forgetting about them on the weak side.
That's 3 times we've left them open on the weak side. Back after the timeout, we have 42.1 seconds on the clock here. As the Blue Jays are going to have the ball, they got to look to find a way to cut this deficit here before half. Hoping to break 2 possessions out of this, get 2 scores.
Doesn't look like they're going for the 2-for-1 again.
They're going to hold it. Not sure why you would do this, but
11 and a half seconds separate the shot and game clock.
looks like a triangle and 2 is going on here. And now Palqualo with a nice score with 4 on the shot clock. 14 left. The shot clock shuts off. And now Santiago's going to look to push. She passes down to Henson. And nice defense from Palqualo to tip it out and stop the run. Reset the defense here with 5.4 left.
Yeah, that might have been Palqualo's first bucket of the game, but she's been phenomenal so far here tonight.
That was her second, I believe. I don't think our live stats have updated yet.
Yeah.
And now the ball's entered in 3 seconds. Rojas fires up a ball off the backboard. Great defense from the Blue Jays. And that's how we'll end the half at 28-21. And we'll be back after half. We are back here as the third quarter gets ready to start. Mickey, what did you see out of the Blue Jays and the Panthers in that first half?
Yeah, ultimately Westminster, what has them down 7 right now is those turnovers. They've really struggled keeping track of that basketball, and a lot of them have been unforced. However, I think they're lucky to be within 7 right now. They haven't shot particularly well, but at the same time, it's that grit that they've showed that has been able to keep them within striking distance of this game. They've played pretty well defensively. They've forced Principia to turn the ball over a couple of times, so this second half is going to be really interesting.
And Principia once again gets the ball here, starting the third quarter. Williams has got it. She dribbles, and now passes down to Brown. Feed back into Williams. Spins again. And that'll be a double dribble, and it's going the other way.
Yeah, really nice defense by Powell Kowalo, who stuck with Williams, the speedy Williams, down the cut, and played some nice defense, not getting too undisciplined, keeping her hands up.
And Hickson's going to bring it up, and she passes in to Powell Kowalo. Nice handoff and bucket. I mean, nobody was guarding them. I'm not sure what really happened there, but the Blue Jays get 2, and that's what we like to see.
Where was the defense there? They just sagged
it was
off.
non-existent. I mean, I'm not sure really what happened. I mean, it was a horrible defensive breakdown. And now another good defensive possession, this time coming from Chloe Akerson as Lockhart gets the rebound. Now the Blue Jays look to push in the hands of Ramirez. Now she feeds into Powell Kowalo. Kicks it out to Hickson, who looks to drive. She kicks it out to Akerson. Akerson back out to Ramirez. She looks to get a ball screen. Now she's going to feed to Powell Kowalo. Now she kicks it out to Lockhart, who drives left. Kicks it to Powell Kowalo. Shot fakes, drives. Kicks out to Akerson, who needs to get a shot up quick. And that'll be a shot clock violation.
Really good defensive possession from Principia, but at the same time, you love the way Westminster has come out of the half playing with a lot of energy.
Yes, but one thing I would like to say, Powell Kowalo's got to go up with that shot.
Yeah.
When there's 4 seconds on the shot clock,
got to shoot it.
You want the ball in either her or Ramirez's hands. You do not want the ball in Chloe Akerson's hands.
Right.
And that's nothing against Chloe Akerson. She's just not a playmaker. She's a shooter. As a shot from Williams is good, and that's 2 for Principia.
Yeah, after two really good defensive possessions from Westminster to open up the half, they lose Williams just a little bit on that end. Good screen. We'll stay with Westminster here.
Yep. Westminster really looking to push, and that's good to see. Lot going on here for the Blue Jays. So now the ball is entered into Annette Ramirez. She looks to use the ball screen from Powell Kowalo. Ooh, they missed a foul call. Step back 3 is good at the end of the shot clock. What a shot from Olivia Hickson.
Wow, Caitlin Clark-esque right there with a step back, losing her defender.
That's a good call there. Good call, Mickey. Skipped across to White, who looks to drive. Stripped. Oh! That. Wow, I just don't know that I agree with that one. If anything, that was a traveling violation before the foul, but I don't think that was a foul either. That was a clean strip there from Kerrigan Lockhart, but she gets charged with a foul.
Yeah, Lockhart did a great job having active hands there.
Shots up, no good. Rebound to Annette Ramirez. Might have got foul on the rebound, but that's a good no call there. Going the other way is Hickson. Now she looks to drive. She's using a little momentum, and she misses the floater. But I will say, her playing this well coming out of the half has been a difference in this game. She did not have a very good first half. Very uncharacteristic of her. Good to see her getting going here to start this second half.
Yeah, staying aggressive on that other end.
And now, missed shot, but an offensive rebound by Brown. Almost stripped from Powell Kowalo on the dish, but a recovery from Matthews and a score. That's just tough luck there for the Blue Jays.
Unlucky bounce on that possession, but right idea. They had their defenders exactly where they should be. Still only down 6.
And Powell Kowalo is fouled on the entry pass by Matthews. So the Blue Jays are going to have a side out of bounds here.
Again, I love the energy that they've come out with. They've been aggressive offensively, taken some good shots outside of that one shot clock violation.
And the ball is entered into Hickson. She dishes to Lockhart. Lockhart spins, shoots, and scores. Good move there from Kerrigan Lockhart.
Beautiful move. Isolated in the low post, able to wrap around her defender.
32-28 now the score. The Blue Jays are winning the half so far, and that needs to continue if they want to get that 2 seed and that bye in the SLIAC tournament. Shots up and good from Santiago. Very good move from her. She's had a nice game.
Yeah, I thought Pau Coelho might have even gotten a fingertip on that, but just a good, strong finish. And now, ooh.
Santiago tips it out of bounds. Good defense from her, but it'll be Blue Jays basketball.
Looked bad from our vantage point, like another throwaway pass, but good hands from Santiago.
And Ramirez enters into Hickson. Hickson drives right. She is fouled, and that'll be out of bounds. That foul's on Santiago.
Yeah, again, Hickson just being aggressive here out of the half. Has been attacking the rim, has been shooting her threes.
And like I said, I mean, they needed her to get going.
Right.
That was very important for the Blue Jays.
Needed someone to get going.
Oh, and what a pull-up from Annette Ramirez. She's got 12.
Just completely out of rhythm, but she kind of looked up and nobody was around her. Why not take the three?
I mean, there's a reason she was Player of the Year last year, and there's a reason that she's projecting towards becoming the school's all-time leading scorer. And now Williams thinks she's going to answer. It's missed, but rebound to Brown, and she's fouled from Hickson. And so she's going to have 2 free throws on the shot.
Great job closing out on that jumper from Bullock, but Gata backs out down low. And rebounding battle seems, it at least feels like, without looking at the numbers, it's been relatively even throughout this game. And it has.
The difference really in this game has been turnovers and points off of the turnovers.
17 rebounds for Principia, 16 for Westminster, and like you mentioned, it has been the turnovers.
And both free throws are good. So Wilmesmeyer, who's newly entered the game, is going to bring it up and across the timeline and passes into the high post to Bullock. She hands it off to Ramirez, who looks to find a little room. Now she's going to pass it back to Bullock. Now she's going to dribble right, try to dribble baseline. She's going to skip it across to Akerson, who tries to feed it in and throws it out of bounds. So that'll be Panthers basketball. The 15th turnover now on the Blue Jays.
Yeah, looking for Wilmesmeyer, who looked like maybe she should have stopped in the low post. She had kind of position, but at the same time, she's a guard. She probably shouldn't be doing that.
And the ball is kicked to Williams. She looks to drive. She kicks it out to Matthews. Back to Williams. She drives right. Crosses over. Kicks it out to Matthews. Sloppy basketball going on here. Good defense from the Blue Jays. 5 on the shot clock. Wilmesmeyer guards Brown. Brown tries to go up, misses, and that'll be a shot clock violation.
No call.
Whoa.
Hit the rim.
They said it hit the rim. That's not great officiating, but we'll go with it.
Might have grazed it. You never know.
Might have grazed it. My license still says I'm from Illinois. And the shot's up, no good. But Ramirez gets the rebound and gets 2 more. Wow. What? I mean, she is just taking over here in this half.
She just creates and creates and creates some more. Annette Ramirez doing what she does best.
The ball just always finds her hands. Now Williams got the ball. She's dribbled, and now she's going to pull up for 2. The bank is not open as Lockhart gets the rebound, and it's going to go the other way in the hands of Ramirez. Now Bullock, nice shot fake, but butchers the layup. It's cost Ramirez an assist and cost the Blue Jays 2 points.
Ooh. Right idea, though, to grab the pump fake there and be patient, but gotta come down with that one. Nothing you can do about it, though. Westminster cuts the lead to 3.
And now we've got a 30-second timeout taken by Coach Dominguez Principia, and we'll be back in 30 seconds. .333 left here in the third quarter. The Blue Jays have cut the lead to 3. That's the first time they've been this close in a while. And coming out of the timeout here, Principia looks to run a set, kind of discombobulated. Good for the Blue Jays. Now Ramirez guards Matthews in the post, who falls down, misses, but offensive rebound there from number 13, Henson. And that'll be a jump ball after the second shot, and it's going to go the other way in the hands of the Blue Jays. And they got a chance to possibly tie, or in the magical 3-and-1, could take the lead. Ball's entered into Palqualo. She drives, shoots, and scores.
Wow.
That's a nice move. Tough finish there from Palqualo.
Bit of a wild shot, contorting herself in midair, but she makes it work, finds that angle.
You were right earlier, by the way. That is just her second bucket of the game, and they need to get her going as well. Missed 3, and Palqualo gets the rebound, and it's going to go the other way in the hands of Hickson.
She may only have 2 buckets, but she's created in a lot of other ways.
Wilmsmeyer needs to attack there, wide open, but misses the layup. Probably should have just shot the 3.
Yeah, Wilmsmeyer, good enough shooter.
But great defense from Hickson to read that. Gets still. Wilmsmeyer goes back and misses another layup. Chance twice. They have a chance to get the lead with a layup, and it just, missed both layups by a mile.
It's all right. Come back down on the other end, get a stop, get yourself in position to do
And
it again.
another steal, and here comes Palqualo. And when she gets out in the full court, she goes hard. And now she draws a foul as Santiago just runs her over.
Still, Wilmsmeyer, the freshman, staying aggressive, though. She probably should have shot that 3, but I appreciate the mentality of getting an easier shot down low.
But it's, got to make those.
Yeah,
plain
you
and
got to
simple.
make it.
That could have
then
been a
on the
4-point
fast
swing
break,
right there.
you got to make that.
Yeah,
but
and now Hickson going to fire up the pull-up 3. Not sure I agree with that one, but we'll go the other way.
couple of feet behind the three-point line right there.
Yeah, I wouldn't guard anybody out there either unless it's Ramirez. And the ball's going to go the other way in the hands of Hickson after the rebound from Lockhart. Nice bounce pass from Hickson, but a little bit too far. Ramirez catches it, though. Kicks out, now feed into Palqualo, and she is fouled going up. She's going to have 2 free throws.
And a chance to take the lead for the Blue Jays. Palqualo finding herself wide open in the mid-post and able to just pivot around.
1:22 left here in this third quarter. That's the 4th foul in Principia. Something to note here. The Blue Jays might be in the bonus coming out. They draw another foul here as she misses the first one. A little bit of an announcer's, what do you call that?
Jinx?
Announcer's jinx. Yeah, couldn't get it out there from Mickey. See if she can get the second one. And she does. So we've got a tie basketball game now here with 1:22 left here in the third quarter.
Battle for second place. It has to come down to a close game.
Great quarter here so far for the Blue Jays. Now they're looking for a stop. They're almost got one, but Akerson fouls Matthews on the rebound. And so it'll be out of bounds here with a new shot clock.
If you know that you're getting boxed out by the offensive player and you know you don't have position and you're not sending him to the free throw line, not the worst foul in the world.
No, but
Obviously, you shouldn't
you
foul.
want to close out that possession. there,
Right.
though.
Right.
And that's plain and simple. And it's been a sloppy basketball game overall, but hey, it's 36-36, so we got a chance for a fun one the rest of the way out. And they call another foul on Akerson. That one was cheap. Not sure I agree with that one. What do you think, Mickey?
Yeah, not sure, but at the same time, get back, reset, play some defense. Don't
now
commit another foul.
Yeah, because now you're in the bonus. And a steal from Hickson. She passed to Lockhart, who's in the full court. Oh, and she loses it, but luckily Santiago knocks it out of bounds with her knee.
Yeah, more missed opportunities in transition here for the Blue Jays, but if you keep getting those, you can expect a lot of them to be converted.
And so the Blue Jays going to have it out of bounds. 25 on the shot clock. There is a minute and 4 seconds left in this third quarter. Chance to take the lead here for the Blue Jays.
Turnovers have been a real big story for Principia here in the third quarter.
Feed in. Oh, what a play. Oh, but another missed layup and missed opportunity from the Blue Jays. But here comes Ramirez on the steal. She's going to pull up for three, and that's a dagger. What a shot after the steal from Annette Ramirez, and the Blue Jays have a 3-point lead.
When you're not making your layups, why not just shoot up a three? Annette Ramirez said, I don't want to bring this to the cup in transition.
She's got 17 now here in 3 quarters. And now another steal. She's going to look to get a layup. Let's see if she can finish. She does, and gets the deuce and abuse.
Wow, Annette Ramirez just taking over this game in the third quarter.
Hey, they say players make plays. That's exactly what she's done. Allie Bullock going to enter the game now for Pau Qualo, keep her out of foul trouble. Ramirez is 3 for 3 from the three-point line. She's got 19 on the game. She looks to make her third of 3 free throws here in this one. And she misses it, so it's going to go the other way. Maybe I jinxed it a little bit.
That'll happen every now and then.
And now it's going to go the other way.
Only it's happened twice with you tonight. I'm starting to notice a trend here.
Hey, the first one was you, Mickey. Don't be blaming me.
Was that me?
Yeah, it was.
I thought that was you.
No, I called you out for it, and then I did the same thing.
Okay.
So Williams is going to have 2 free throws, so the Blue Jays are going to have a chance to close out the half. As there's 15.1, or not the half, excuse me, the quarter. 15.1 left, scores 41-37. Second free throw from Williams is up and missed. But that is a lane violation, I believe, on Lockhart.
Can't have that. Just a little early.
So we'll have one more. And it's missed as well. Lockhart gets the rebound, and the Blue Jays looking to push. Feed into Bullock. Now they're going to kick it to Lockhart. She looks to make a move up. No good. It's saved. And they call a foul on Lockhart. I don't know if I agree with that one, but we're going to go down here in the bonus.
Wow. And that's a big swing here for Westminster between the lane violation that ends up not coming back to bite them and the
that
foul.
turns into a possible 3-point swing here, depending on what she does at the free throw line. You know what they say, though, Mickey, ball don't lie. So we'll figure out what happens on this free throw.
Ooh.
And it was missed. So
Principia just has really struggled from the free throw line tonight.
That should tell you, though, the basketball gods are saying that that was not a foul. She makes the second. So 1 second left. And Hickson's just going to dribble it out. And in the quarter, but the Blue Jays have taken over this game a little bit, and they lead by a score of 41-38, and we will be back at the start of the fourth quarter. Hey, go to commercial.
Museums allow us to celebrate humanity's soaring achievements while also providing lessons on how to avoid the mistakes of our past. They can also amplify the voices of underrepresented groups while bringing economic uplift to communities. We invite you to explore this world while finding a rewarding career by becoming a Museum Studies major at Westminster College.
Museum Studies at Westminster is a program where students create and curate exhibitions.
That was amazing. That was great. I just heard that. I was like, whoa, that was kind of good.
That was really good. No, if you hear a lot of the Learfield radio broadcasts, they have a little modulation
Really?
too, yeah.
And the PA guy getting the fans loud and rowdy as we're going to start this fourth quarter with Principia's basketball. As I mentioned, after the end of the third quarter, the Blue Jays lead by 41-38. And what's got to keep happening for the Blue Jays to win this?
Yeah, Westminster, great third quarter, able to stay aggressive offensively. Maybe wanted to close it out a little bit better.
Step back three from Brown is missed. Rebound to Akerson, and it's going to go the other way with Ramirez. She looks to drive, shoots, and gets another and one!
I mean, you could just do that. That could be a key to the second half, the fourth quarter. Just feed Annette Ramirez. She continues.
Yeah, not sure how she drew a foul there, but hey,
Dominate
Blue Jay
this
fans will
game.
take that one.
She has been phenomenal tonight. Now 22 points, and she has been ultra efficient. 8 of 9 from the field.
Yeah, Mickey, I know you had the math on that. How many points now does she have to break the record?
Not sure.
As she gets a steal, and she's going to look to push. Feeds it up to Hickson, who jump stops and scores. 46-38, and we've got a full timeout taken by Principia, and we'll be back in 60 seconds, excuse me.
Museum Studies at Westminster is a program where students create and curate exhibitions, design programs, ask challenging questions, and above all, blend history, heritage, and culture in a way that informs and inspires. We invite you to join us at Westminster and be a part of history in a way that not only preserves the past, but through the power of museums, helps to build a better future.
We are back, and so far, it has been the Annette Ramirez show. There's 9:23 left in this one. The Blue Jays now lead after a big run to start the fourth quarter and to end the third quarter, by a score of 46-38. Mickey, what have you got here?
Yeah, just unbelievable stuff here for the Blue Jays. They've been getting out quick into transition. That's been the name of the game so far for them. And Annette Ramirez, the offense has run through her.
Santiago's got it. She looks to dribble drive. Pass to Williams, who hands it off to Henson. Henson now gives it to Santiago, who fires up for two and air balls. And that'll be Blue Jays basketball. Great defensive possession. Coach Talisha Washington loves it.
Now if you can just get a bucket here, that leads 10, and that seems like a huge hill to climb for Principia down the stretch.
Yeah, you know, after we mentioned stopping a bucket,
Yep.
and you said times whatever, it's continued to happen for the Blue Jays. Lockhart looks to post. Nice step through and score from Kerrigan Lockhart.
She's been good today. She's been really good in the post. She's had a couple of nice moves, stayed patient.
Great energy here so far in the half from the Blue Jays, and they look to keep that up. Brown fires the three, rattles around the rim. No good. Ramirez with the rebound, and Hickson's going to slow it down for the Blue Jays. Akerson fires up the three, no good. Rebound to Williams, and it's going to go the other way. Had to shoot that one because the shot clock was running down, so you can't really fault that. Nice drive from Matthews, but rebound to Lockhart, and the Blue Jays are going to look to push again. Oh, and that ball is thrown to Columbia. That'll be a turnover on the Blue Jays.
Kawalo, again, getting out in transition there. Had a step on everybody, and suddenly Westminster, after struggling with the turnovers in the first half, now have a +1 turnover margin.
And that's, I mean, you mentioned at the beginning of the game, that's the key to the game is,
Oh.
yeah, that's easily a foul. What do you mean didn't touch her? Got beat, foul. Hey, you don't want to see that. I couldn't hold it back. I mean, when you see that, you're like, don't deny it. Just take the foul and move on, you know? We appreciate these officials being out here day in and day out. Kick out there to Brown. Now feed into Santiago. Wide open, dishes to Matthews. She's fouled on the shot from Ramirez, I believe, on the reach. No, that is
might have been Lockhart.
No, they called it on Qualo.
Huh.
I think they called it on the wrong person, but it is what it is.
Looked like it should have been on Lockhart.
I thought it should have been either Lockhart or Ramirez, but I don't think that was on Qualo, but
only her second so far. Only Blue Jays with 3 are Bullock and Akerson.
And truthfully, the Blue Jays would almost rather have it on Qualo because that would have been Lockhart's third, and I mean, you never want to net Ramirez to get fouls.
Even though she has none today.
She does such a good job playing without fouling as they allow the offensive rebound to Matthews, and now Williams going to fire up a three. It's no good, but offensive rebound again twice by White. Now to Williams gets an offensive rebound. That's 4 offensive rebounds, I believe, by Principia. And when you allow that many offensive rebounds, it's bound to eventually amount to a bucket, and it does.
Yeah, Williams, a player that can really be in a lot of places at once, do a lot for you at the same time. She showed off her rebounding ability there and then kind of probed for space down low.
And a deep three from Ramirez is missed, but offensive rebound from Lockhart. Kick out to Qualo. Now pass down to Porter. Back out to Coates. Coates looks to drive, kicks out to Ramirez. She's going to look to get a ball screen. Crossover, drive, floater. It's good. What a shot there from Annette Ramirez. She is just taking over this basketball game.
That is a high degree of difficulty.
They missed a travel there, and now that leads to a bucket from White.
Ramirez just kind of off platform, fading away just a bit from the basket, able to hit the floater, and now the Blue Jays try and slow the pace down of this game.
And now a nice drive and tough finish from number 5, Faith Coates.
Beautiful feed from Kawalo. Kawalo picking up her second assist of the game.
And I mean, these Blue Jays have just been playing with unfathomable energy. And I mean, if you would have told me that the Blue Jays are up 9 with 5:53 to go in the fourth quarter at halftime, I would have told you were crazy. I don't know what Coach Alicia Washington did to those Blue Jays at halftime, but clearly it worked. Nice post move there from Matthews, and she gets herself 2 more.
Bullock did a good job of getting there, getting to the spot, getting in front of her. But an even better finish.
Nice move from Bullock, but no good. Rebound, though, to Peck. And now that's turned over. Great job there by Brown to kind of settle herself and secure the rebound for Principia. 52-45. Nice pass, but they're going to call a charge on Matthews. Good defenses. That's the second charge taken today by Allie Bullock.
Yeah, that's such a tough skill to have. You got to get to the right spot at the right time and really with how fast these players will play, it's so difficult. But she's done it twice today. Shades of Haley Frank.
Good call there. And now the ball's going to go to Peck, but it's turned over by Porter, and that's going to result in 2.
Bit of frustration here from Westminster. Maybe consider taking a timeout here if you're Coach Washington.
It looks like they're going to let him play, though. And Coates going to feed it into the high post to Bullock. That's what's been working all game. They're going to stay to that. And now Ramirez going to fire up a 3. It's no good. Oh, and they're going to call foul on the rebound by Porter.
Yeah, crashed a little bit too aggressively right there. Now Powell Koalo comes back into the game. More of a rebounding presence here for the Blue Jays.
Yeah, she's the one that really gave great effort, along with Ramirez, to really go on that run. And almost a steal. Great defensive effort there from Allie Bullock. And the ball's entered into Williams. She looks to drive. Jump ball, great defense there from Powell Koalo. That's the second time she's done that today, and it's going to go the other way.
Beautifully done. Ball was just a little bit too exposed, and Powell Koalo wasted no time making an impact on this game right as she came back in.
Now Coates going to slow it down as we cross the 4-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. And just a careless turnover there from Coates, trying to enter it in to Powell Koalo. And there goes the ball to Fowler, who dishes it to Henson, who passes it to White, who passes it into Williams, and she's going to get 2 and the and 1. And now all of a sudden, this is just a 3-point game with a chance for it to be just 2.
Yeah, you blink and you miss it, and suddenly here comes Principia. They're a team that can score a lot. They're showing it off here down the stretch. Gotta stop the bleeding here if you're the Blue Jays.
I will say, give some credit there to number 1, White. She's been dishing it around well and finding the right man and finding a way to put them in positions to score the basketball here on this run they've been on. And it's 52-50, 3:48 left. 30-second timeout now by the Blue Jays. So we'll be back here in 30 seconds. We are back. It'll be Blue Jays basketball, and Net Ramirez to take it out. She inbounds it to Hickson. She dribbles across and passes to the left wing to Ramirez. That is a 3-second in the lane violation. That's something that doesn't get called very often, but called there on Powell Koalo, so that'll be a very unforced turnover there on the Blue Jays.
Mental mistake out of the timeout. Can't have it.
And Hickson's going to pick up in the full court. Now pass to Williams. Now to Brown. Brown drives, spins, and they call a blocking foul. The Blue Jay faithful wanted to travel, but they're not going to get it. So it looks like she's going to have 2 shots in the bonus. Something to look out for with 3:19 left. The Blue Jays have committed 5 fouls here in this quarter, and the Panthers have committed just 2. The first one rolls around the rim and goes in, and it's 52-51.
Yeah, Principia so far today, 10 of 16 from the free throw line.
Second one's good as well, and we have a tie basketball game, so a brand new ball game here. 3:10 left in the half. Hickson drives, nice step through, and bricks the layup. And now another foul committed by Porter, so that's going to send him into the line again.
More mental mistakes.
I mean, that's just a horrible foul to commit, and that's exactly what Coach Alicia Washington is saying as Chloe Akerson now enters the game here for Porter.
Yeah, you got to be so careful, especially in the bonus here late of committing fouls. You can't give them easy buckets from the free throw line.
I mean, that's
no.
Especially
in
Williams.
the backcourt.
I mean, she's clearly been their best free throw shooter on the day. And, yeah, so that's the player you absolutely do not want to foul in the backcourt. I mean, that's just, most of the time that's 2 free points. As she misses a second. So I guess that was a good announcer's jinx there. And so it's going to go the other way, 53-52, 3 minutes left. Akerson's got it. Pass across to Palaqualo. Feed in to Lockhart. She just wasn't ready for it, so that'll be another turnover. The Blue Jays are back behind in the turnover margin, and now they call a shooting foul on Lockhart. I believe that's her third.
Yeah, she didn't have to reach in there. Annette Ramirez
for fourth, excuse me.
had played some really good defense. Going straight up.
Yeah, might have just let her get too much room there.
Yeah,
The first free
maybe
throw's missed.
on the cut, yeah.
I believe it's going to be a really long 3 minutes here.
Yeah, yeah.
There's going to be a lot of free throws shot, I think. Second one's good, 54-52 now. The lack of free throw shooting by the Panthers has continued to benefit the Blue Jays. They are just 13 of 21 on the game, as now Ramirez is going to come off the double screen. She's going to drive baseline, shoots, misses, gets her own rebound, up and gets 2 free throws. She's got a chance to tie it for the Blue Jays with 2:26 left.
Yeah, continuing to stay aggressive here. Annette Ramirez just fanning around, looking for any little inch, and they gave it to her. She'll always make you pay. One of the best players in the conference. Of course, we mentioned time and time again last year's Player of the Year. She's certainly put herself back in the running.
Yeah, I would even make a case that she's probably the front runner.
Right.
And it is now all tied up, 54-54, all twos on the timeline. As Williams skips across to Brown. She kicks it out and out of bounds. Blue Jays basketball, 2:12 left, 54-54.
If that pass is put on the money, Hinson has a wide open 3. But
Hickson.
Principia is 0 for 6 from beyond the arc tonight.
Yeah, now Hickson brings it across the W to Lockhart. Now she's going to hand it off to Ramirez. Ramirez pulls up for 3. It's no good. Rebound, though, to Lockhart. She kicks it out to Hickson, who fires up a 3. And it rattles around and goes in. 57-54, and that's all because of the offensive rebounding effort from Kerrigan Lockhart. And now she gets a steal. Passes it up to Ramirez. And she gets a layup on the run out. 1:32 left, and the Blue Jays lead 59-54. Shot up by Williams is missed. Rebound to Hickson, and she is fouled. So now any foul that the Panthers commit will put the Blue Jays at the line for 2.
Kerrigan Lockhart has come to play in this fourth quarter.
I mean, what an offensive rebounding effort she has had in this fourth quarter. How many does she have? Do you know? Can you see that?
She's got 10.
10 rebounds on the game, 6 points. But obviously the point damage has been mostly done by Annette Ramirez, who has 28. And now a careless turnover from Hickson. And that'll be an easy layup. 59-56, and you want to slow it down if you're the Blue Jays. Minute left, up 3, as this one's going to go down to the wire.
Yeah, milk as much time out of this possession as you possibly can. But Principia can just play defense here.
And Ramirez has got it. She looks to come across, passes it down to Akerson, skips across to Lockhart, drives right, up, and misses. Rebound to Brown.
They choose not to use a timeout.
And sorry, that was White, not Brown. Now Williams gonna drive left, up, and scores. It's a 1-point game. And now Ramirez gonna look to push.
Timeout taken by Westminster.
The Blue Jays had a little bit of a run out and time wasting, but Coach Alicia Washington gonna call timeout with 15.5 left. Not sure if I agree with the timeout call. The Blue Jays might have been able to run that one out, or at least close.
Yeah, I had an opportunity to run some of the time off, but here you just get a chance to drop an inbound play, get it to your free throw shooters, and hope that they can knock down a pair.
Yeah, it's clear what Coach Washington's wanting to do, and that's probably get the ball into Annette Ramirez's hands, which they had anyway. So I'm not sure why they wanted to use that timeout.
80% from the charity stripe this year. She's been phenomenal. And hopefully they can get her back to the line here. Again, Principia commits a foul. Westminster would go to the line. And only a only a 1-point game. All the Blue Jays can do is make it 3.
And it's clear what the Blue Jays are trying to do here. They're going to try to get the ball in Annette Ramirez's hands, but she's double teamed. See if she can get open, and she does. And she blows right by him. Just 9 seconds left, and now they finally commit the foul with 7.1 left and send Annette Ramirez to the line.
And that's the explosiveness from Annette Ramirez, just sneaking down that sideline to get into the front court just in the nick of time.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the idea behind what Principia did there. I know you would like to get a trap, but once you get in the full court, I mean, you got to foul, and really I would have fouled immediately with down 1 and only 15 left. I mean, you know, that's 10 seconds that Ramirez had to work with in the backcourt. And she makes them both, so it's a 3-point game. And Principia is going to call timeout, and it's a full timeout. But we're going to stay right here and talk a little bit about this. So what do you think the whole idea behind what they did there originally?
Try and get a trap. Is that what you're talking about with Annette Ramirez?
Yeah.
I think you just try and get a trap. You try and force the 10 seconds. It would have only given you 5 seconds, but it gives you the ball in the front court if you can force a turnover.
And I do see that, but the issue is why wait so long? They let her dribble all the way down to the corner trying to trap her again. Once she gets into the front court, I mean, you got to foul because she can just theoretically dribble it down and hold it out. And, I mean, that's really what she did and kept the ball in the best players and the best free throw shooters' hands, and she's now got herself a 30-point game.
That's unbelievable. She continues to impress all throughout this year. Now you shift your focus to the defensive side. There's probably going to be some offense-defense subs here from Coach Washington. They got to defend.
Yeah, and one thing about it is calling that timeout as they get the ball on the side out of bounds over here. So they're going to have the ball in the half court. If I'm the Blue Jays, I probably let them take one dribble, and I'm fouling and sending them to the line.
Right.
Maybe foul immediately. You want them to run a little bit of a time. So you want to make – and they're going to fire up a 3. She might have been fouled on the free throw. That's no call. Almost a turnover, but that's going to do it. The Blue Jays win it. A 3-point win by the Blue Jays. Great defense from Chloe Akerson to close it out. That'll do it. We thank you for coming on. And we hope you're back for the second. Mickey will be on play-by-play for the men's basketball game. We're going to take a little bit of a break, and we'll be back in about 20 minutes to give you a pregame show. Thanks for coming on. We hope to hear you soon.